where is the gift in this? Hello, my name is Elizabeth Goddard from Revive Your Soul, and on this channel I talk about healing from emotional abuse, breaking the invisible chains that keep you trapped in that relationship, and divorcing from them emotionally. If you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe, and if you hit the little notification bell, you'll be advised when I next upload a video. And if you're returning, welcome back and thank you. I believe there's always a gift in every situation. You can usually step back and realise that events leading up to a point had to happen for you to experience the joy and happiness. So where is the gift in this situation? Where do I start? So this might be the crappiest thing you've ever experienced in your life, and being told you will get something out of it at the end could either have you reaching to move on to the next video or sitting back and screaming at me, what the hell are you talking about? In fact, I found two gifts in this situation. And if you're like me and you like diamonds, you'll know that a diamond is created over millions of years, and it had to have the right amount of pressure and the right amount of heat to transform it from carbon into a diamond. We are all diamonds, we're all multifaceted, and what you've experienced is horrific. Every ounce of you is possibly trying to function on a daily basis. You might be challenging everything you believe about your life, and you might be discovering this is a pattern that has followed you from childhood. What you've experienced is unique, and depending on what stats that you've listened to or you've discovered, you could be the 1% of the population going through it, or more likely the 15%, or I believe nearer 20% if we work with the 80-20 rule. And personally, I believe it is nearer 20%. This horrific experience happened to you, and you are hopefully getting stronger each day, implementing stronger boundaries and putting some self-care practice into place. The gift that they've given you will work in other relationships as well. You might now start to see patterns. You see something someone has always done and it reminds you of another person, and then you might ask why. You may be now realizing nothing about that relationship was real. However, the stories were so believable and you took part in the planning of them, but perhaps your dreams were completely forgotten, or they were enmeshed into the manufactured future you were creating together. And you go from believing you were the center of their universe to your abuser turning their back on you, leaving you wondering what the hell happened. You weren't to know this was a game. You had so much to give, and like a vampire, they sucked the life out of you. Perhaps they told you that you shared the same insecurities, and you probably did. Really, they were a mirror into your soul. But so perhaps the first part is to understand what wounds are yours and what aren't. For you, this was part of the gift to show you where you needed healing. For them, however, it's really a stage to perform. They love to play the victim. Did you hear about their awful childhood? The way that they were treated by their parents or a parent, the way they were treated by an employer or ex-partner. I believe this was the gift given to you by the universe to heal a wound or many wounds from your childhood. And it gets better. You may not agree at the moment. The pain you're feeling is still raw, but I hope in time you will see it, and I hope you will take this opportunity to heal those wounds. You will eventually look back and realise how far you've come and what an amazing person that you are. I know that you're hurting and you have been for quite a while, but now is the time to fall back in love with yourself. The ongoing rotation of destructive behaviour used to gain power and control over you. The cycle of abuse, the idealisation, devalue, the discard. In the beginning, there was chaos. So I went to write a blog and I put in a search bar in the beginning, thinking it would give me the information on Genesis and the creation of heaven and earth. Instead, I was reading about chaos and the gaping emptiness. Perhaps you experience this chaos and the emptiness, or you might still be experiencing it at the end of the relationship. Believe me, if you heal these wounds, this will be the best gift you will ever receive. Out of the chaos comes love, a love you will never have experienced before in your life, not the manufactured love. The cycle of abuse is everything. It is the beginning and it is the end. That pain deep within your soul, screaming to be heard, is guiding you to look at the wounds and advising you that now is the time to heal them. The cycle of abuse is made up of three elements: the idealization, devaluation and discard, and each element is carried out with precision for desired results. The chaos is the destruction left at the end of the relationship. The abuser walks away without a backward glance, having secured in place their next supply. You may, at this point, be trying to understand what happened. You may be trying to label the abuser. Your head might be swimming with all the information that's out there in the big wide web. Your abuser is empty inside, and once they've sucked the soul out of you, they leave. And you very possibly experienced idealization where you were the center of their world. They told you how amazing you were and showered you with gifts and meals and days out. But over a period of time, this changed. Suddenly, the things they loved about you, they turned against you. The words of idealization became criticism and put-downs, and this was followed by the discard. Temporary at first, they always came back with the attention that you were used to, and you sighed with relief and you made a vow to yourself that you wouldn't let it happen again. This was a game, but you didn't have the rules, and there were invisible chains that held you in place, and it's now time to dissolve them, to repair the damage and find out where the original wound comes from. And this is a start of a beautiful journey. The pain you're experiencing are old wounds, and I hope one day you'll realise the gift they have given you, the chance to heal. Perhaps this isn't what you're feeling at the moment, and every ounce of you is trying to hold you back from trying to re-engage with them. The pain of being out of this relationship feels at this point worse than being in it. On average, people go back 7 to 8 times, and I believe fear is one of the reasons. Wanting to believe they will change as they hoover you back up with promises and the feelings you had during the idealization stage, making you feel safe again. The other gift they give you is understanding the relationships that you've had in your life, the other ones that felt familiar, because they may also have been abusive on some level. This process will have you questioning everything and everyone who has stepped into your life, and it is a chance to declutter on a huge scale and to decide what you are and what you are not available for. Healing the wounds from your childhood is the first and most important step of all. I hope you found this video useful. If you'd like to find out how to work with me on a one-to-one basis, you can visit my website reviveyoursoul.co.uk, or you can send me an email, info@reviveyoursoul.co.uk. I put links to resources in the description box below, along with the links to both my books, Finding Lily and the A to Z of Emotional Abuse. Please don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel if you can. Sending you loads and loads and loads of love.